If you're a school leader, you've probably experienced something like this. You have a school-wide behavior plan, expectations are clear, the framework is in place, and teachers have been trained. And on paper, it should work. But when you talk with teachers, you still hear things like, I'm struggling with behavior in my classroom. So the real question becomes, if the school-wide behavior plan is strong, why are teachers still struggling in the classroom? I'll be answering that question coming up next. Hey, teacher friends, Michelle here. I'm a behavior strategist and I help schools, districts, and student-focused organizations with systems, strategies, tips, and insight on how to manage student behavior and learning environments with less stress and less struggle. And today we're going to be talking about something I see in a lot of schools. Schools invest time in building school-wide behavior plans, but teachers are still trying to figure out what to do when behavior shows up in the classroom in the middle of instruction. So in this video, I want to talk to you about why this happens and one of the biggest myths about classroom management and education, and why understanding this can make a huge difference for both teachers and school leaders. So let's look at point number one. School-wide behavior plans are important. They matter. School-wide behavior plans help create consistency across the building, they help students understand expectations, and they help staff have a shared language around behavior. And those things are important. But here's the thing. School-wide behavior plans are designed to support the school as a whole. They don't always tell the teacher exactly what to do when behavior shows up in their classroom during instruction. Number two, most behaviors happen in the classroom. They happen during instruction, when a student is off task, when a student tests limits, when a student challenges a direction. And those moments require teachers to make real-time decisions. And that's where many teachers begin to fill the gap. Early in my teaching career, I worked at a school that really had a solid school-wide behavior plan. Support was there, expectations were clear, systems were in place. But once I stepped into my classroom every day, I realized something, that even with a strong school-wide system or plan, I still needed something that helped me respond in the moment when behavior showed up. Because most behavior doesn't happen at the school level, it happens in classrooms. And this leads me to one of the biggest myths about behavior in classroom management and education. The myth is that if the school-wide behavior plan is strong enough, teachers shouldn't need anything else. What teachers actually need is a classroom system that works with the school-wide plan, not instead of it, but alongside it. When schools recognize the difference, it changes the conversation. School-wide systems create the structure. Classroom systems help teachers implement that structure during instruction. And when those two pieces work together, behavior support becomes much more effective across the school. So if you're a school leader, here is a helpful question to ask your staff. When behavior shows up during instruction, what systems do teachers use to respond before things escalate or before they need to write that referral? Helping teachers build clarity around that can make a big difference in how behavior is managed across classrooms. So I'd love to hear from you. Does your school have a school-wide behavior plan, and do teachers also have a clear classroom system for responding when behavior shows up? I'd love to know. Leave it in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video.